Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing extremely well. So today we are going to learn one of the most important DSA topic, which is dynamic programming. This is a topic from where the most MNCs and all the companies are asking question quite frequently. So let's start the topic. So first of all, at this topic we will start by solving the question from the basic level to advanced level, and I am going to cover all the pattern of this topic so that we are familiar with each and every pattern so that it's very easy for us to solve the question on exam. So let's try to, so this is the lead code question, which is question number 17. So the first question is that climbing the staircase. So we have given n step, so we have given n step to reach the top. Each time there is a constant, each time we can either climb one or two steps. So they're asking in how many distinct way would be there to climb at the top. So let's see one example first. So let's assume that there is n is 3, means there are 3 steps. There are how many different ways through which you can climb at the top. So at the first we can either take one step. The first way is we will take one step at a time. One step, then one step, and we will reach the top, third step. The second way is that firstly we will take one step, then we will take two steps. Let's see one example. Let's try to understand the example from example 2. Let's n equal to 5. Let's n equal to 5. Okay. So let's try to understand from there that we are at 0 place, right? Now to reach at the top, at the 5th step. So what we can do here, we are at 0 place. So what we can do, let's here. So we have two options, right? Either we can take one step or we can take two steps at a time. The two from here we have also two options. Either we can take one step or we can take two steps at a time. Okay, so let's try to draw a recursion tree diagram in this example, n equal to 5. Right? So we are at the place at the first, right? So we have two options. Either I can go at 1, either I can go at 2. Yes. So from 1 here, I have two options as well. Either I can go at one place, I will reach at, or I can take the 2 step move at a time. So from here 1 plus 2 is 3. I reach the 3, right? So from here as well, I will take one step. Here I can take 2 steps, I reach 4. Okay. Here I can take 1 step, I will reach 4. Then I can take 1 step, I reach 5. Right? So we reach at the top definitely. So we reach at the top. So from here I will enter 1. Then definitely this will from here I can return 1. Like wait, not here. Before that I have to check this. But from 4 I can also take the 2 steps at a time. It will give me 1, right? That will 2 steps means 4 plus 2 is 6. But if I will take 2 steps, then this path is not the correct, because I will exceed the top. So at this case, this will give me the 0. This path is not the correct way. This is not the correct path. Okay. Yeah. So what is the maximum at the 4? What will be the maximum? So at the 4 the maximum is 1 or 0. Maximum is 1. Right? So from 4 I will return 1 as maximum. Right? So at the 3 also I have two options. Like here I take the 1, then I will take 2 steps, right? I will reach the 5. So this is the top, so definitely it will give me the 1. Wait. Yeah, I did some correction, like it's my bad. That I will add. I will not try to find the maximum. Why? Because here we need to find the total ways. So from here I will basically add the left path as well as the right path. Okay. So it gives me the 0. So I will add 0 plus 1 is 1. Definitely. So yeah, at 3 to this way we got 1. If I will take 2 steps, then I reach the 5. So it also gives me the correct ways of path. Definitely it gives me 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, right? So it gives me 2. So then From 2, if I will take one step, then it gives me a maximum 2 ways. 2 correct ways to reach the top of the step. If here we can also take 2 steps at a time. So we reach the 4, right? So if we reach the 4, then from 4 I can also take 2 steps, right? So 4 plus 1, 5. Yeah, so 5 is the correct way. So definitely it return me 1, and 4 plus 2 is 6, but it said not that way, so it gives me 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So from 4 I get maximum 1 base. So 2 plus 1 is 3, right? So if we are at a 3, it like a saying that if we are at the 2 step, and from if we are 2 and we have to reach at the 5th step, then there are maximum 3 correct ways, right? So from 2 we see, I can reach either 1 step time, that will be 4, or I can reach the 2 step at a time. From 4 I will take 1 step at a time, and either 5, or I will take the 2 step at a time. So I will reach the 6. But 6 is, so from 5 if I reach the 5, so it is the correct way. So it return me 1. But if we get a 6, then it gives me 0. So 0 plus 1 is 1. So and 5 is the correct way. So it also gives me 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 5. Okay. So this way we can do it, right? So let's try to. I am sure that this diagram is clear to you. Yeah. So let's try to write down the pseudocode.
Let's try to write down the function. The function will be int fun. So this is the pseudocode, and it is not any language dependent. It means it is just a pseudocode, and you can implement it in any programming language. Either it will be C++, Java, or Python. Right. So we have an. The first base case would be what? See, if we reach the end, means that, so here I would be use the top down approach. So if we reach the top, means if it n equal to 0, right? So it means that we reach the top, we reach the top down approach, means we reach the bottom. So it means that path is correct. So simply I will return 1. But if the path is not correct, it means that I reach at the negative index. So in that case, I will simply return 0, right? So at a time, if we are at a place, so we have two options. Either we will take 1 step or 2 steps, right? So let's try to step 1. Let's try to step 1. I will call this function again, and here I will pass 1. I have taken 1 step. Let's say that I will take 2 steps. Step 2. So I will call here function n minus 2, and from here I will simply return step 1 plus step 2, right? So this is the approach. So let's come back to our code editor. So basically I am following the leak code for this question. Yes, so because I have to solve this question in a DP as well. So to save the time, I have already written the code, but I will definitely try to explain each and everything. So this is the function basically which I have written. This is the base case that if we reach at a bottom from top, or either we can also solve it through the bottom up approach. But right now I am solving it in a top down approach. So it means this path is correct, but base case 2, if the path is not correct, if the path is not valid, means we reach at the below of the 0th index, in that this path is not valid, in that case I will simply return 0, right? Yeah. So this is the way, right? So here, firstly I have called for 1 step, climb 1. Then again I have called this at the same place called and taken the 2 steps at a time, right? And we have solved it, right? But if I will try to solve this question, so definitely, yeah, wait. So it's my bad. So definitely, if I try to solve this question, submit this question, so it will give me the TLE. Why TLE? Let's just explain it. Yeah, definitely TLE gives me TLE, right? So why? Let's come. See here, as we are doing recursive call twice at every step. So at max, what is happening here? So at max, it gives me 2 per power n time. So if I talk about the time complexity, definitely it goes to 2 per power n, right? If I talk about the space complexity, so at max we can goes n, because due to it is stat space due to recursive call, right? So how can we optimize this time complexity to the order of n, right? How can we do it? So definitely we can do it with the help of DP. It's called dynamic programming. So let's try to understand. See, if I will observe this recursive tree. So see, there are so many steps which we are getting repeatedly. Somehow if we are able to store their answer at some place, so definitely we can reuse that. Like see, here we have calculated 4, right? If we are 4, then maximum we can get 1. Here again we got the 4. So here also we also got the 1. See, here we have calculated 3, but here also we got the 3. So yeah, in this way the DP comes. So let's try to comes in a code editor. See, so I will firstly declare one basically array, and as we have to reach at the nth place, so definitely I have to take n plus 1 step, right? Let's pass the DP. See, so firstly what I will do that I will store that see, we are getting the nth minus step plus nth minus 2 step. So if we are at place 1, so we can, if we are at place at 3, definitely we can know that if I will take 1 step, means I will go 4, or if I will take 2 step, I will take 5. So out of 2 step, what would be the maximum path we can get, right? Definitely I will store at the nth place. If somehow, like I will check that if we calculated this step before, if yes, not equal to 0, then if yes, so simply return that answer, right? Why we will recalculate? Why we are recalculate the same step again? I hope that it work. And one thing, I have written the code in a Java, but definitely you would let me check what is the error. Sorry, it's my bad actually. Yeah, it's worked fine. Okay, so this is the this here we have I used DP, right? So this is called memorization technique. We can also call it a top down approach of using DP. Right. So if I talk about the time complexity, so definitely as every step we are calculating once, so the time complexity would be order of n, where n is the length of the step. Right. If I talk about the space complexity, so definitely it would be order of n plus order of n. Why this n? Because here we are solving through recursive call. So due to that, this is the stat space at max we can store at max we are storing at n call, and this is the a DP which we are